Welcome back to Film Flashback, where I review movies and shows to see what makes them great or what could have made them better. I am your host, MD, and this time I wanted to focus on episodes 4 through 7 of She-Hulk. So I'm a huge fan of the Marvel films, and some of my favorites are Infinity War, Civil War, and the TV show WandaVision when it came out on Disney+. And because I love pretty much Marvel everything, I have been really rooting for She-Hulk to be good too. But every time I sit down to watch an episode, I get a little disappointed. I feel like they're missing a great opportunity to make a really good show with a strong message based on this character. Now, the writers of this show seem to be very self-aware of how this series will be negatively received, yet still continue to go down this path. It's as if they were so close yet so far from making the show what it should have been all along. Which leads me to two more changes that I believe would make She-Hulk exactly what it should have been. But before we begin, here's your warning that there are major spoilers ahead. In my previous video on She-Hulk, I mentioned how it would help to have a division of knowledge where the audience knows something the main character does not. And it was refreshing to see that happen again at the end of episode 6. While Jennifer finally enjoys some quality time with Josh after the wedding, we see someone monitoring her every move and getting a more powerful needle ready so they can most likely steal some of her blood. So while the main conflict of the episode was Jennifer's horrible treatment as a bridesmaid, the best part for me took place at the very end. The same goes for the end of episode 7 when we see Josh in an entirely different light. These revelations make us want to see more and find out what will happen next. This raises questions like who's behind this, when are they coming for her, and what will they do when they get what they want. With that said, here are two more changes I would have loved to see. The first is seeing Jennifer be the smart, amazing lawyer she's supposed to be. Back in episode 1, Jennifer explains that her primary want is to be a lawyer, not a superhero. I think each episode should show how she solves a new case every week. An audience respects a main character who is either an expert in a certain field, has some special skill or ability, or is working extremely hard to get to the top. But so far, Jennifer doesn't get the chance to do this very often. The only time we see any of her brilliance was in episode 3 when she helped the Abomination get out of jail, and episode 5 when she came up with the idea to prove she was entitled to keep the name She-Hulk. But it was Mallory who came up with the strategy on how the case should be won. As for episode 4, she won only because she scared Donnie Blaze into signing the cease and desist order. And in episodes 6 and 7, she was nowhere near the courtroom. I believe it would be great to see her as Jennifer Walters every week face a new and very complicated case that she finds a way of resolving when no one else could. This would allow us to see her as the intelligent, resourceful lawyer she has worked so hard to become, and would help us root for her even more. But instead of seeing her as the competent attorney, all we remember is this. Which leads me to the other difference I would like to see for this series: a change in comedic timing. There are important messages that get lost because of the silly humor of the show. I am sure the creators wanted to make a fun, not too serious show poking fun at the MCU films, but doing so in this manner compromises the main message that they want to promote. For example, in episode 4, Jennifer is left by her one-night stand because she revealed her true self, which is at the heart of the show, Jennifer learning to accept who she really is. But instead of letting that crushing blow sit with the main character and the audience, we jump right back into comedy with Wong and Madison talking about alcohol. In episode 5, there's commentary about the facade of the beauty industry and how several of their products are very similar, which is quickly followed by this. Also, Mallory delivers a very meaningful speech to She-Hulk after winning their case on how she can find someone better But Jennifer, being awkward, shifts the focus away once again. You can still have all the comedy, but allowing the more serious moments sit with an audience makes the message you want to push far more powerful. And one more thing, we're almost near the end of the season and we still do not know where Titania came from or how she got her powers. It's also strange that Jennifer has not shown any interest in finding out who she is. Titania may not be the main villain of the show, but she has been a major antagonist for She-Hulk to deal with. We really don't know much about her at all, and any details that will be revealed at this point of the show will feel rushed. So here is how I would love to see this play out. Donnie Blaze accidentally sends a woman to an alternate dimension where she's trapped. Wong sees this and needs Jennifer's help to set her free and stop Donnie from doing magic again. Jennifer tries to use the legal system to make him stop, but initially fails since there's no evidence he did anything wrong. She sits with Wong at Kamar-Taj and reads through sacred text that he allows. There, she finds a barely known rule that if he endangers anyone's life using the sling ring, then he will either have to come back for training or stop altogether. Wong then finds out where the woman is trapped and takes She-Hulk with him to battle a huge monster and demons to set her free. They return with the woman and later bring her back to court where Jennifer presents her as a credible witness to what happened along with the document about Donnie's use of magic. Donnie decides to quit magic because he doesn't want to go back for any more training, and this can all tie back to the opening monologue in episode 1 about the responsibility of those who have power. And Jennifer can see more benefits of her newfound powers as a Hulk. This, I believe, would drive home that message even more. And there you have it, 2 more changes that I believe would make She-Hulk even better. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this video and the series so far. Also, please like and subscribe so you can see future videos on my channel. As always, thanks for watching.